In this demo video, we're going to take a look at how the ShareNet platform can be used to simplify work in an IT help desk support type of operation, as well as an external customer support operation. We're going to take a look at the end user side in just a moment, but I wanted to take a quick look at how we configure end user portals. And let's take a look here. Many support solutions have the ability to allow customers to submit requests through some sort of portal. We've taken it to the next level by allowing you to create multiple portals. Each portal can have its own branding, so when they log in, they can see a particular banner for that portal. And then in each portal, you can configure multiple portal pages. In this case, we're using some widgets that are available through ShareNet to do request management and knowledge base if you have the knowledge base app. And here's an example of one where there's like a message board, so you can actually create content for the standard as well as the mobile application. So let's go ahead and jump there real quick. All right, so now I'm logged in as an end user. I can see the banner. I can see the message. In this case, there's a notice that the email servers are going to be down. Then I can click on request and see all of my existing requests that I've submitted. And ShareNet allows you to create one or more request forms. They can be used for different purposes, and they can be routed actually through our workflow system to different departments. I'm going to just simply click add, which will use the default form. So in this case, I'll just do my computer won't turn on, set a category, and then hit save and close. So what that would have done is would have automatically emailed a notification to the end user confirming that the request has been received. It could have also emailed a notification to an admin user letting them know that the new ticket is available and has been assigned. Now let's take a look at what the end user can do with the mobile app. So we can do the same types of functions on the mobile app. We can have the message board, see the message here, and then we can go to request, see all of my existing requests as well as add new request. And if you have the knowledge base, you can search the knowledge base from here as well. So we can submit a request through the end user portal, the mobile app, or actually we can also send it in via email. So here's an example of an email that could be used to submit a request in. It will automatically convert the subject line to the ticket title. It will attach any attachment to the email as well as embedded images and update the description. So let's take a look at that ticket that came in. I'm going to click edit. And we'll notice any details that would have been put in the description. We can add notes. If I click on add note, I can say this is a note. It can be marked as an internal note for only admin users to see that. End users would not see those notes. So notes are available. We also see the related contact that is automatically set for the requester that came in, and either their internal department would be here or the external company organization. So let's say we're going to close out this request, so we can change the status to closed and put a resolution in here. Okay, then we'll hit save and close. And what that could have done is automatically emailed an email template to the end user, letting them know that the email has been closed out. So admin users can also access a mobile app. Obviously, they have much more capabilities than end users do. In this case, we'll click on request. And you can see we have multiple what we call list views. We can change the list view to different things, and that changes the view of what's available. You can add a request or update a request and then tap edit to get in and make changes. This would be helpful as you're in the field working on a solution to a problem. You can automatically update it and define notes, and everything's live. And ShareNet allows the capability to define multiple list views. Here, a list view can contain columns, sorts, groupings, and things like that. We can go to request by status, and you'll see a different layout here. You can also filter on records that allow you to further narrow down results. So let's take a peek at our workflow system. Workflows and business rules are where the automation really comes about. I'm going to just open one up just to kind of show you some of the capabilities. When you create a workflow rule, you can define it as an add or update event, or even delete. And then here, this one is going to do an SLA type of escalation. So here we're going to say if the request priority is high, and that's defined in this condition here. So if you double click that, you'll see if the request is high. And we also have the ability to do a field value change. This is really helpful for things like, let's say a status was changed from any value to closed, then send an email. That would be a good example, but we're not going to do that on this one. The scenario is if the priority is high, then we're going to wait 2 hours. Let me open up the actions. So we have multiple actions. You can update a field value, i.e. change the status to closed. You can add a related record. If you have our task management app, you can actually create one or more related tasks. You can send emails using our email template system. In this case, we're going to wait 2 hours, and we're going to consult business hours, and then wake up. You can also do delay until date time. So if you have let's say a due date field defined on the request, you can wake up at that due date and send an email alert. And then if you have our Enterprise Edition, you can actually use this for data integration with external APIs. So in this case, it wakes up, does another condition check to say, is the request still new? If it is, that means nobody's touched it. Now we want to send an email alert using our email template system, and you can select the email template you want and then send that off to, let's say, a manager to alert them. So hopefully you'll see that the workflow system allows you to easily define request routing, email communications, service level escalations, and other business processes. Next, let's take a look at our email template system. We're going to click on Manage and then Email Templates. All right, I'm going to open up one of these email templates and just kind of comment on this. So with email templates, you can create subject lines that are dynamic messages. We'll just go down here into the body of a message. You can see that you've got these merge fields. So if I delete this one just to show you the concept, all you have to do is put your cursor where you want the merge field, click on the fields, and then go down and select the one you want, and it gets inserted where you want it. And you can see here we've got some text and then a merge of the information. And then you can also include links, the standard web link, mobile links, related notes, etc. The beautiful part about this is that you can design email templates to say exactly what you want to say, depending on what you're doing in the system. And that works hand in hand with our workflow system to automate communication based on different events. Let's take a look at reporting. Reporting is huge, and we've actually built in 2 levels of report builder. So there's a basic report builder. You can just click Add and build a report. Let me just step through this one really quick, just a couple steps of the wizard. The basic process is you select the type of report you want. In this case, it's a chart report that can be on the dashboard. Then you select the columns. You just pull them over, predefining custom fields, and then any related items that you could have, which could be related contacts, on request, etc. And then we go next. And then on the properties column or tab, you can set groupings, sorts, counts, things like that. Again, I'm not going to step through everything just for sake of time, but you can define filters, say give me all the tickets that were added in the previous 3 months. You can schedule reports to be emailed on a weekly or monthly basis. Let's just go back and run this report and show you what it looks like. So again, this is the standard basic report, and when you run that, it looks like this. So you can see it does a group by, shows the count. You also have the ability to click through into the details. can go into the details of the request and can edit it further if you want to. And you can export to different formats for further manipulation. So if we click on this icon, it will launch our Advanced Report Designer, and you have a lot more capabilities as far as your layout, calculations that can be done. Just has a lot of power. It does require some more technical savvy to know and learn the system. But you can drag fields onto the panel, create groupings, and all kinds of different formattings that you can do in here. A lot of power in this Advanced Report Designer. Let me show you what one of those looks like. So this is where you run an advanced report, and we'll click on that. So you can see this is a much nicer looking report where you have this same type of group by and the data and your counts. So what we've tried to do here is provide a quick and easy basic report builder so you can quickly design reports to do most of the things that you want to do. And then to take it to the next level, we've provided this Advanced Report Designer so that for those who want to dig in a little deeper, you can really do some fancy manipulation. And that prevents you from having to export data to Excel and do manipulations there. Here you just design it once, and then you can run it at any given time in the future. Reports go hand in hand with dashboards. So if we've built a basic report that's a chart type report, we can also include that on the dashboard. I'm going to click on Dashboard, and here we can see that you can set up multiple dashboards for different purposes. This is a multi-purpose demo site, so you can see various things going on here. So here's an example of a dashboard chart. You have the chart, and then you can click on Pie Slice, and that will open up a filtered list of the records, and then it has click-through to the details here as well. So the beauty here is that you can really provide a lot of data analytics right at your fingertips through the dashboard system. Let's take a look at permissions. So under Admin Permissions, you have the ability to create different admin and as well as end user permissions. So if we go to add a new role, you can see here for admin roles, you can do, obviously this has a lot of different areas here, but for the core ticketing request management, you can define the ability to create tickets, request in the group, read, delete, etc. For end users, it gives you a different set of permissions where end users can create or view tickets, add notes, and read notes, etc. And then for admin users, you can group users into multiple groups through profiles, and that allows you to get really segmented as far as what they can do. One thing we didn't cover earlier is a little bit more of the flexible nature of the ShareNet platform. Each ShareNet app has the ability to add custom fields, and we've covered most of these, but if you go into field management, you can easily add a custom field. There are various field types that are available, single select, drop down, date fields, checkbox fields, etc. And then we have a form designer. I mentioned this earlier, where when you are on forms, you have the ability to define one or more forms, and we have standard web forms as well as mobile forms. So when we go into one, so in the form designer, we can easily drag fields onto the form. We can create multiple sections. Here's a one-column section of the form. You can create two-column sections and even three-column sections. Then we have related items down below that you can tailor for this specific form. Finally, I want to talk about data integration. Not everyone needs this, but for those who do, this is really powerful. So in ShareNet, our Enterprise Edition, we have bidirectional data integration capabilities. So I'm going to look at organizations. So let's say you have QuickBooks Online or some other service where you want to synchronize customers. You can get in and create an API template, and this does require more technical knowledge. It's almost like programming, but not quite. once you understand the details, and our professional services can help define this pretty quickly. This allows us to go off and do an event such as add a customer in QuickBooks Online. This is not the exact method of how you would do that, but it kind of demonstrates the idea that you can create a customer in QuickBooks Online and then get back information from that. And this works hand in hand with our workflow system. So if we go to the workflow system and we edit this workflow, you'll see that if a customer is updated, an organization record is updated, what the condition is, if I go into Edit Node, you'll see that if we change the organization type from a prospect to a customer, this is like sales contact management, if that is the case, then we're going to trigger this workflow action. So if I go into the action, we're going to send to external API and then create that customer in that other system, in this case QuickBooks Online. So hopefully you can see that that helps a lot with just automating a business process so that you're not having to keep up with data in 2 different places. You can automate that process. That wraps up our demo. Please contact us to learn more about how the ShareNet platform can simplify your work by helping you track, share, and report on information in more productive ways.